Hey everyone out there on social media. My name is Brittany Powers and I am 28 years old. I'm a mother to two small children under the age of 5 years old. I am married to my husband Ryan, who's a police officer, and I just wanted to share a little bit about my story, specifically my Beachbody story, my fitness journey, everything like that. So it's been a while since I've shared, so some things have changed. So for starters, my children are currently 3 and 4 years old. They're about to turn 4 and 5 actually. I have a little boy named Logan and a little girl named Lacey. They are the light of my life. Like I said, my husband Ryan is a cop. So I'm a Leo wife, a Leo spouse. Let's see, and I am a Beachbody coach. I'm currently a top 10 elite Beachbody coach. And today marks my 2 year anniversary, which just is so crazy, awesome to think about. So many emotions today, anyways. And so I felt the need to really share my journey with you all. So without talking your ears off, let's go ahead and I guess rewind a little bit. My history, physically, mentally, emotionally. I don't know if you guys all know, my father passed away when I was 11 years old in a terrible car accident. It was sudden. Him and my mom were already separated at the time, so I hadn't seen him in a long time. Never really got the chance to say goodbye. And so growing up, I had daddy issues, I guess you can call them, just feeling that emptiness, that void. And something I don't talk about often just because I feel like I've never healed from it. And I don't think you ever do when you're that young. I think how young I was, and I have a younger sister who's 5 years younger than me, so she was 7 years old when she lost him, and we just take it one day at a time. So, in middle school and in high school, I was always craving attention. I was a smart kid, though. Not outgoing socially. I had the academics. In high school, I was a cheerleader, but I was the chubby cheerleader. I was the base throwing all the skinny girls around. You know, um, Never really worked out. I tried to fit in with everyone, and I just hated high school. I really did. I went to 3 different high schools. I graduated 6 months early. I didn't go to my prom. I just hated it. Kids were mean to me. I got made fun of, things like that. Physically, I was still the chubby kid. I wouldn't say I was like morbidly obese or anything like that, but I was overweight, probably like a good 30 pounds at least. So when I graduated high school, I was 17 years old, and 2 months later, I met my husband Ryan, and we started dating right off the bat. 2 years after we started dating, we were married. I got married at 19 years old, and I am still married to him today. He's the love of my life. And, when you move out and get married that young, we fought for everything we have to this day. We worked hard for it. So we really did live off of, processed food and things like that. At that point, still not an active person at all. A very lazy job, I guess you can say. Sat in an office all day long, worked at a call center, full time, Monday through Friday, 9 hours a day. Did that grind for a couple years. I got on a birth control shot too that just totally messed me up hormonally. So all those factors, living in an apartment, getting our own place, moving out together, getting married, him going through the police academy, all of those stresses and factors, I probably gained another 40 pounds. And then by the time I was 25 years old, we had our 2 children. Now my pregnancy journeys are a little bit different. I started both pregnancies out overweight already. With Logan, I gained about 40 pounds. And then 3 months later, I had lost the weight. That's when I, tried working out on an elliptical while he napped and things like that, just trying to do anything to get the weight off. And then I got pregnant with Lacey 3 months later. With her, I gained almost 70 pounds, 65, 70 pounds, I want to say. And with her, I just didn't care what I ate. I did not work out. I was dealing with a newborn, juggling him around, rocking him, holding him, and Lacey was in my belly as a shelf. And just really became depressed because here I was working a part-time job. I was working part-time with Logan, sorry. After I had Lacey, I did not go back to work. Me and Ryan thought long about that. long and hard about that, and I decided not to return back to work. Couldn't afford any kind of childcare, didn't want a stranger watching our kids, so we pinched pennies. But going back to Logan's pregnancy, or Lacey's pregnancy, when I was pregnant with her and I had Logan, I worked part-time, and Ryan, being new on the force back then, he had overnight shifts, swing shifts, things like that. So we were literally just crossing paths probably 5 days a week. And the days that he was off, he was catching up on sleep because he was on graveyard or swing shift. So I really did feel like a single parent for a long, long, long time. It's kind of spun me into a depression, I guess you can say. And after I had Lacey, here I was with two kids, 12 months apart, a newborn and a 12-month-old, just trying to figure it out, you know. We had a scare when Lacey was about 3 years old. She was rushed to the hospital for some breathing issues, and I had to call 911 thinking my baby girl was going to make it. And, you know, I won't ever forget that day. And it's something I don't, you know, talk about much, but she's fine. She's fine. She's beautiful now and about to be 4 years old. So I just really became depressed because I was pouring myself into them, which is totally normal, I think, for every new mom, but I couldn't balance it all. I lost myself in my children, and I hid in my house for 10 months before I decided to even take them to Walmart or to get gas. I didn't even take them to parks down the street, you know, or walk to the mailbox with them, but it was like I was so ashamed of myself, and I feel awful that I kept them confined in our small house for such a long time because I was ashamed about how much I let myself go. I was well over 200 pounds after I had Lacey. I don't even remember. I don't even want to remember the number. And that's another thing. I was addicted to the scale for the longest time too. I binge eat all my life. It's something I still battle with today, you know. I used to go all day without eating, never purged, but I would go all day without eating, and then at night I could easily consume 3,000 calories. Back when me and Ryan were poor, we used to have like dollar menu dinners. We would go from Taco Bell and get, you know, something there for the dollar menu, and then go to Carl's Jr. and get something from the dollar menu, and then come back and have all this fast food. You know, it was like $15. We got multiple things from dollar menus, and that was just fun to us, and just not the way I want to live anymore. Feeding your body crap like that is just not good. It's not good. The way I look and the way I feel now, I swear I feel like I'm 10 years younger. I can easily go out and run a 5K. You know, I could jump around and do workouts. So anyhow, now getting into Beachbody, this being almost 8 minutes, sorry. Oh God, I want to say I started my actual journey after having both children. About 6 months, I had saw a picture of myself holding Lacey, and I was just so embarrassed to even look at myself in the photo. And it was like this shock, this wake-up call. And I cried to Ryan countless times about how disgusting I felt. And no matter what, he told me how beautiful I was. It would hold me and hug me and make me feel awesome. And God, he's amazing. But when it came down to it, I realized that if I didn't love myself, I couldn't be the best wife to him. And more importantly, I couldn't even take care of my children the way I wanted to take care of them. They weren't living the life I wanted them to live because I was so unhappy with myself. So I got my double stroller out and I started pushing them in my neighborhood. And then at that point, I think I used to love The Biggest Loser, watch that all the time. Nowadays, I don't watch much TV, but I picked up like Jillian Michaels Shred. I picked that up at like Walmart for like $5 or $10 and ended up doing 30 days of that. And that did help me. But I was still not trying to stick to the scale. My food, I didn't even attempt to tweak my eating at that point. I just thought I could, you know, walk off the pounds and do tons of jumping jacks and it would all fall off. Dumb. So after that, you know, playing around with that for a couple months and pushing them and things like that, that led to about January of oh my gosh, I had Lacey in 2012. January 2013, yeah, almost a year after I had her. And I stumbled upon Insanity from my mother, and she had saw that I was losing weight, and totally wanted to encourage me to keep going. So she had that lying around, she said, and I could use it. And so I started that a couple months after, and it just completely transformed the way I felt about exercise, because my body was not just walking, not just doing an elliptical for an hour a day, because that wasn't getting me anywhere anymore. You know, my body was even getting used to Jillian Michael Shred. So I did Insanity, and the first couple days, my knees, my shins, everything hurt, and I hated it. I hated it. But I just kept pushing play because I knew that something had to give. I was following other fitness accounts thinking like, why are they having these types of results, you know? And one thing I noticed is that they kept showing up. They kept staying consistent, and they never gave up. Even if they couldn't do the moves full on, or you know, even if they, you know, didn't want to go to the gym that day, you just kept going. And that's what, you know, kind of pushed me to keep pressing play, because I figured, why not me? Why can't I be happy with myself? Why can I lose this weight and just feel better, healthier about myself, have more energy to go run with them around? So I did, you know, 2 full rounds of Insanity. And then by that summer, I was like, well, what now? I don't know what to do. Well, my best friend started to notice my weight loss, and just my way of thinking changed. And, you know, I was being more cautious about what I was eating. And she introduced me to Turbo Fire, actually. She's not a coach herself or anything like that, but she had it. And so I figured, why not? You know, it's by Beachbody also. At that time, I didn't even know what Beachbody was, you guys. I would fast forward through the previews on the DVDs and just skip. I was like, just give me the workout. So then I started Turbo Fire, and I fell in love with it because it was like dance and music and a whole bunch of like beautiful ladies, you know, and I just felt more like girly, you know, doing it. So that's a 90-day program, and I did a full round of that. And then I just kept doing that after, because I didn't know what to do. And then that's when I think I started implementing like running. So at that point, I hit a plateau for about 6 months. I didn't lose any weight, and I was like, something's got to give, because I realistically had probably like 5 or 10 more pounds to lose, I would guess. Like I said, numbers to me, it's a whole new way of thinking for me nowadays. I've come a long way. So that led me to plateau and start getting frustrated. And then I started doing my own research about, you know, protein powders and protein shakes. And I was actually looking at even Herbalife at the time. And I stumbled upon my Beachbody coach on Instagram. And I noticed she was drinking this stuff called Shakeology. And I was like, what's that? At that point, I didn't even try Herbalife. I was just like, I just saw it, you know, on social media. Like, I'm sure some of you have just stumbled upon me. So I started doing my research on that, and then Shakeology, and I just so happened to stumble across my coach's page. I just loved her vibes, her life, you know, what she was all about. And I figured, you know, why not me? So about 2 months later, I officially started Shakeology. And the reason why I went with Shakeology, guys, is because after doing my research and even contacting a very, very, very well-known Herbalife rep, I just felt like I was a number to her. And then also, if you guys do your research, I'm not here to sell you a product, but do your research. Know what you're putting in your body. Shakeology is just whole foods, superfoods from around the world. There's no artificial flavors, colors, stimulants, anything like that. And it's just a very well-rounded shake. But anyhow, you guys can go do that research yourself, or you can email me. But going back to my journey, so I started that with T25 and watching what I ate for the whole duration of the T25 program, and I kicked the last 10, 15 pounds, and I was just like, thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. And like, miracles do happen. I'm feeling like the best. Like, I was on cloud 9, and I had signed up as a coach at the time because I wanted the discount on Shakeology. Because once I tried it, a week into it, I was like, this is it. I don't care. Yeah, this costs a good amount of money, but it's worth it. It is worth it, because I woke up with so much more energy. I wasn't having the 3 o'clock cravings, like, give me all the freaking cookies every single day. Like, it changed my life, like, seriously. And I drink it every day still to this day. So it's not just for weight loss, guys. So yeah, I signed up to be a coach. And when I signed up to be a coach, like I said, my only intention was a discount, because you guys all know my favorite 4-letter S word is sale, and 25% is 25%. So I was immediately welcomed with open arms into our online community via Facebook. And, you know, I just started kind of like watching and figuring, you know, why not me? How come, my coach is going on awesome trips that she's earning, and there's all these get-togethers and there's these team calls and I have all the support in the world and I don't need an education. So why the heck not me? Like, why? So I actually started my coaching journey probably 2 weeks into being a coach. So right in like mid-March. And from there on, the rest is history, guys. So 2 weeks to the day, today, I signed up. So I signed up March 5th of 2014, and it's currently March 5th, 2016. And it's completely changed my life, guys. Within 8 months, we were able to move to a whole new community away from the, I don't want to curse, but the crappy town that we used to live in, because I told my husband if we don't get out within the next couple of years, I'm going to homeschool our children. There's no way. We had bars on my son's room because it's at the front of the house. And even with my husband being a cop, there were shootings up the street, drugs right up the street being dealt, gangs around the corner, cops being called all the time, to where it was just normal. And like I said, like, I don't want that for my kids. So my why quickly became, of course it was for me, but so much more. Like, why can't we have a better life because of this? Why can't me sharing my journey inspire others to do the same, to get healthy, to be happy, to change their life for them and their family or their future families? It's possible, you guys. I currently make over 6 figures, and I do not say that to boast. I say that to simply show you that with time, consistency, hard work, passion, and dedication, anything is possible. Anything you want. I used to read it in the books and, reading it in stories to my kids at night thinking, yeah, okay, you can have whatever you want, Logan. You can have whatever you want, Lacey. And now that I'm doing this, I really know that you can have whatever you want if you just work for it. And I don't mean to get emotional again, but like I said, this has changed my life, you guys. Not just money, not just friends, but being able to change lives. It's Saturday. It's a Saturday afternoon right now, and I'm making this video to you all after, I've emailed people for the last hour, just trying to help them along their way, I don't want people to feel like they're alone, because you're not. You just have to reach out. God works in mysterious ways. The universe works in mysterious ways. So if you're thinking about it, don't hesitate. I welcome all with open arms. That's what I'm here for. I try my best every single day. I'm on different social media platforms. Like I said, I'm a busy mom. My kids are getting involved in school and activities, but I know if I can do this, you guys can too. It's possible. Anything's possible. Beachbody is an amazing company. In less than a week, I'm taking my 2 kids and my husband on a cruise that, I was able to earn. And it's just incredible. So if you're watching this, please don't hesitate to reach out to me for advice. I will try my best. I'm not a nutritionist, a dietitian, or an expert, but I'm more than happy to share with you what I've done. And I want to know more about you, because the more I know about you, the better I can help. And if you're watching this, thinking, why can't I be a coach? Why not? Why not? Email me too, My email is brittany.powers3@gmail.com. That's BRITTANY.powers, POWERS 3@gmail.com. Like I said, I'm here for you. And I just want you guys to know a little bit more about me, a little updated version of my story. I've made a couple of these videos over the last 2 years, so this is the newest version. So I'm sorry for talking for almost 20 minutes, but thank you so much for your time watching this, and I hope to chat with you guys soon. Talk to you later. Bye.